Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, Sagittarius. We are in the bonus reading, and our card tonight is the Star, which I really relate to the big goals of our life, right? The big dreams that we have. If you can imagine going out there at night into the backyard, maybe you've driven out away from the city where you can see the sky so clearly, and you look up there and you think, my goodness, what could I do? What do I want to do? Where do I fit into all of this? And so when we see this card, I think, yeah, we're in a place of allowing ourselves to look into the mystery, into that great unknown, to dream bigger and bigger dreams. All right, let's take a look and see what these tea leaves are going to say. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you want to hit the like button or leave a comment or both, I would love to hear from you. And if you're new to the channel, definitely shout it out in the comments. All right, so we have a mother figure over here. We have the head of a cow, body of a human. You can see even the little feet over here. Now, I'm not saying anybody's mom is a cow, right? Of course not. But we do know that one of the most important goddesses, or at least one that has been remembered more so than, maybe more than others, right? Is Hathor. Okay, so Hathor is an Egyptian goddess, and she is married to I'm like, is it Isis? No. I always switch Isis and Hathor for a second. No, married to Horus, right? The solar, kind of heliocentric god. And this is the middle goddess, and the maiden turned into the mother, right? This is a consciousness of care, a consciousness of fairness, and some judgment of finding an equalization. This is maybe sometimes the mother who is wild and dark, and if you know the story of Kali or not, I know, but a lot of people don't, and they look at her and they think this is a demon. She's wearing a garland of heads, and she's standing upon her mate, and she looks scary, but really the story is she is a mother. She's a mother, and these demons show up, right? Or a demon shows up, and every time she tries to fight him, whenever she gets him, whenever he begins to bleed, as soon as the blood hits the floor, it creates other demons, and they spread and they spread and they spread. And so she begins to swallow them. She eats them because she's the only thing that can contain them. And it twists and turns her and changes her, and she becomes this monster almost. But she's done what she needs to do to protect hers. Okay? And so the mother can be this, you know, terrifying, brutal, but, you know, kind of this idea of like, tell me what I wouldn't do for my family. Tell me what I wouldn't do for my kids, for my beloveds. No, we also have the mother who is serene, who is all loving. We think of maybe Sophia or, yeah, Mother Mary, which, you know, she gets the love over here. We have Green Tara, you know, these kind of more idyllic and unconditional love. And I look at this and I'm seeing that it's kind of a mixture of both, right? And I feel that this mother archetype, the mothers of your life, if it is your mother who bore you, if it is the, you know, those who took care of you, your teachers, your grandmothers, your aunties, whoever this is, or if it maybe is all of them kind of put together, right? This is an important archetype for you. This is something that I think really has affected who you are, who you want to be, right? You, I believe, and I see a person over here with a child, okay? You can see the head, the little body, up here, head, maybe wearing a dress or some kind of flowing robe, kind of in a more seated position, playing with the child. And I believe that it has been probably one of the great visions, the goals, the joys of your life to be somebody who is, if not your own children, right? You maybe don't have children, but more widely, I could see that you've taken care of a lot of people. You have been that parental figure, that kind of maybe soft and caring and present, and at times had to make difficult decisions and you know, and be the voice of you know, at times love, support, but also reality. Also, you know, sometimes the hard messages that have to, you know, we have to teach our children. The honesty, you know, of being a parent, it can be difficult. Of being a caretaker, it can be difficult. You know, we don't want to break our kids' hearts. We don't want to dispel their dreams or, you know, but we also don't want to mislead them, right? Although, let me tell you, when I had my daughter, or even when I was pregnant, right? And I was so naive. I was like, I will never lie to her. Not once will I lie to this kid. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to be, you know, if she wants to do like the whole Santa Claus thing, I'm going to tell her. You know, it's not real, but we can do it. And honestly, that's kind of how it's gone. I've told her it's the spirit, right? Spirit of. This is a tradition that we want to do because you like it, okay? But then other times, you know, it's like, Mom, I want another cookie. Well, there's a whole box of them, you know, in the pantry. But, oh, we ran out. You know, sorry, honey, maybe we'll get some more. And it's like, you just get there. You're like, you know, and it just happens a little bit, right? You don't want to be going too hard with the fibbing, but, you know, I feel that you're somebody that has really spent a lot of time considering how you affect these people in your life. These people who trust you, they look to you for guidance, for security, for nourishment and nurturing and all of these things. And I think that you have always taken that so seriously. And it's only become more so as yeah, you've gotten older, and probably, I imagine, this is the thing that I notice about Sagittarius people, especially Sagittarius women, is that you'll kind of collect kids. And I that maybe sounds weird, but honestly, it's always like the mom who, you know, has like kids hanging out at the house all the time. The mom that, you know, like your teenage kid, they have a friend and their friend has a troubled home life, or, you know, whatever it is, and they don't have that guidance. Well, you are the one that really steps in there and has that positive impact. And it's not just one time, it's probably happened more than once throughout your life, right? And you have all these people who call you mom or dad, or, you know, grandma, grandpa, and they have chosen you as family, right? And it is a role that I believe that you are so suited for. And you have impacted even just the world. I mean, really, you've impacted the world in a way that maybe you can't fully ever understand, right? Because in treating people well and being there, being a guide for them, a role model, helping them learn, and creating a space where they can feel safe and to develop their own identity and feel that, you know, whatever I am and whatever I do and whatever, there's somebody out there who always care about me, right? And so, you know, I look at this and I feel like not only have you worked towards your star vision, but you have helped others do the same. And if not for you in their life, they would be quite different people. And so I truly believe this is how we begin to change our reality, change our world around us. When we, you know, work on ourselves, that's the first thing. When we're working on ourselves, we're transmuting aspects of our being, working on trauma, breaking, you know, generational traumas. We are, you know, changing our behaviors. We are uplifting ourselves and others. That is how the world changes, right? And so, yes, there is a real sense of you being quite a revolutionary, a saint in some ways. You know, kind of a universal parent, mother, father, goddess, you know. And I look up here, we have this beautiful, it reminds me of maybe a ram or a goat, right? And standing on this little hill here. And for me, whenever I see, obviously, you know, you might think, oh, okay, so Capricorn or possibly Aries. But also, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be these signs. So often, this is an indicator of your fortitude, of your ability to traverse really difficult terrain in your life. Not ever just laying down and, you know, giving up. Like, you're gonna find a way. And so I want to look over here at our what are they called? The Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And I'm gonna pick 3 of them. I kind of just want to see if we have any indicator of what is it about this mother energy that you, I think, are so activated in right now. What is it about this that is so important? I mean, it is important, but what is it? What is so important, and how is it going to affect this next period of time, right? What are these next days and weeks going to look like? And so I'm just going to flip through and kind of stop where it feels right. Flattery. All right. That one seems to come up a lot in my readings. A lot of flattery. Okay, here we go. We have flirtation and we have eccentricity. All right, I kind of like this. This is fun. So we're in this mother energy, and you know, I ultimately feel like maybe you are drawing in some kind of flirtation, or somebody who is really taken a liking to you, right? And maybe you've taken a liking to them. There's something about a person that cares about others in a way that is not just kind of talk, right? You see somebody who really does kind of take care of their brood and the kids around them, the people of their life. And I don't mean that you give yourself over to servitude and this is all you do is take care of others. But you see it in just the little mannerisms, right? In the way that you are careful with others' feelings, the way that you talk to people, the way that you listen, okay? And I feel like this really has kind of, somebody has taken a real interest in you because they see how present you are in your life and the things that you're doing. And I think really the connections that you have with people, Now, I think that you do like the flattery, you do like the flirtation. It's kind of a little bit, exciting, something to look forward to. But I also feel like this energy, although it is, kind of enchanting, maybe a little bit intoxicating, that love, that sensuality, that attraction, this card, I'm always like, yes, I love this energy. I feel like you are somebody who is, you're in, we're all a little bit, vulnerable to flattery and flirtation. But, I feel like in this time in your life, you're just really into kind of, I don't know, like focusing on the family because we have that mother energy. But I also think that like really just kind of exploring your interests, not really caring, like, is it kind of different? Is it weird? Are other people doing it? What will people think of me? No, it's just kind of like, I feel confident in myself. I feel pretty accomplished in my life. I feel, that I've kind of earned this right here, this space that, I can go looking for these little oddities in my existence. I can kind of really indulge the strange a bit. And maybe it is that you kind of express yourself, and maybe it's aesthetically or the things that you spend your time with, the books you read, the shows you watch, the music you listen to, the kinds of hobbies that you have. And they might be a little different, right? People might not exactly know what the heck you're doing. But, I think that is a superpower in a lot of ways. I remember seeing a meme not that long ago where it said something like, I loved being the strange girl because it really gave me permission to do whatever I want. Nobody ever questioned it, right? If you're into collecting doll heads or whatever, well, she's always been kind of into weird things, so who cares? Like that kind of makes sense that that adds up, right? And so it does. It gives you room to kind of just be whatever you are. And people don't usually, anyways, in my experience, because I have always been the weird girl, usually people don't really have anything to say either way about it. They just expect it of you because you come in with that energy. You come in with the expectation, oh, this girl is, she's probably into some different things, you know? And I feel like you're really embracing that part of yourself. And maybe really finding a channel to a more authentic way of living. And I feel like this is all kind of this, there's a crossover here, right? To be that mother or parent and to feel confident in your connection to others and your ability to be there for others, and you just know it, right? You just know it. It gives you a lot of space to kind of just, you know. For me, here's the big thing for me. When I became a mom, and it was during, you know, like lockdown days, early lockdown days, actually. Everybody was so scared, but a lot of people, like where I live, still, you know, you have a new baby coming into the world, and people want to see them and whatever, and be around you. And, you know, there's just something about a young family, right? The beginnings of a new family and being around children that are, you know, they're beautiful miracles. I know I'm not going to get too like weepy and sentimental. I could easily. But I learned to say no. That was my biggest like catapulting forward in my life. Having a kid taught me to say no. We can't do that. I'm sorry. Past their bedtime. You know, it doesn't seem like a safe situation right now, or, you know, whatever it was. And I was tormented by it at first. But then I just, you know, you just get into that mom, that dad mode, and it's, no, you know, or we'll figure it out, you know, we'll figure out how to make it work in a way that is okay for everybody. Or whatever, right? And I feel like it's similar to this for you, because we have this real deep kind of coming into self feeling. Like, I've arrived at one of the things in my life that I know comes, it's not only just it comes naturally to you, it is like an innate thing, it feels like, but you've built it up, right? You've put a lot of yourself and a lot of your thought into how can I be this shining star in people's lives? How can I be a guiding light? How can I help people in a way that, you know, allows them to become their own person, not just kind of, you know, tell people how to be, right? No, to help lead them to, you know, a place where they can figure it out for themselves. And I think that's so important. And during this, maybe over, you know, years of being this person, of becoming this person, yeah, you've become fully whatever it is that you're into. I really do get this sense of having like very particular interests. I mean, it really, something that I feel like is not super popular culture. Like you're, you know, I don't know. What is that thing called where people go fishing with their hands? They like go stand in I don't know, is it a river, I think? River, and they like wait for the fish to come out of the hole and they grab it. You know? And like that might be a really popular thing, I don't know. But to me it seems like a very niche hobby. Like, you know? And so I could imagine you having something that yeah, you really enjoy. The people of your life might think this is, you know, it makes sense that you would find something that is kind of so odd. It seems out of character a little bit. It doesn't maybe follow the imagery that people have, you know, of, they think of you and they think of, you know, flowers and puppies and rainbows, and, you know, maybe you're somebody that you like to do things that are get you dirty, and you know, you're making hard decisions. You're out there doing stuff that is not easy or delicate or whatever, and it kind of goes against the vision of what people might think. But at the same time, they know that you are very much your own being, and you just kind of go where you want to with things. And I think that, you know, so I think it's such a rare occurrence to have somebody like that in our lives. But I think it's so important because, you know, being around people who are struggling with doing things in their life, being, you know, kind of brave and putting themselves out there or whatever, if they don't have anybody who will kind of push the boundaries or, you know, really explores themselves, they might not ever end up doing that within their own life, right? They just kind of go with the flow of whatever is normal in their little community or their, you know, their culture or within their family or whatever it is. And, you know, and that's valid too. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think, you know, it's when we have these certain people in our lives and you see, like, okay, they're willing to try stuff. Here's one that's interesting to me. Okay, so there are people where I live. I live very rural. It's in the upper Midwest, and it is the food situation. Let me just say, the food situation is that there's not a lot of variety, okay? And I've noticed that people are less willing to try things. Now, this is not, I'm generalizing, it's not everybody, of course not, but I would say that a lot of people eat kind of really, you know, they stick to what they know and not super adventurous, right? But my family, my husband and I, and even my daughter now, she likes a lot of stuff. Well, we didn't grow up here, right? We're from California, both of us. But we also are, you know, we're just adventurous people in certain ways. And so we cook a lot of different cuisine, and we like to, you know, order different kinds of ingredients and spices and whatever. And so we try making a lot of, like, just things that, you know, most people have never even heard of around us. And we've begun to kind of, you know, bring people into the fold a little bit. And it's interesting to see how when you can kind of be that little, you know, that little bit of a influence on others, you know, people really take off with it, you know, and it's a lovely feeling. On the other hand, let me just say, it's all balanced, because there's a lot of things that I had no idea about living in rural country, or the things that, you know, you have to take care of, and sometimes things that as a city person I never would have imagined myself doing. And I have been influenced by the lovely people around me who have helped guide me, help me figure out some of the stuff that I need to do, mostly like property care, right? Or outdoor stuff. That's where I've really had to learn. And it's just so interesting how just being, even peripherally, a part of somebody's life that we can kind of grow together. And I feel like this is one of your big, I mean, it does. It feels like a superpower. Like you are a beacon. You are a, what is that? A lighthouse. Like you are a lighthouse in the life of a lot of other people, really, if you understand that or not, right? I feel like a lot of it too is centered around your work, places that you've worked. You know, I feel like you've really influenced the people just in your demeanor, your attitude about things, the way that you are really so caring and present with other people. And I think that is, I can't say enough about how wonderful Sagittarius people really are. We all need Sagittarius people in our lives, absolutely. Some of my favorite people in my life are, and they're all women. I think I know a couple Sagittarius men, but the women are the ones that have, well, my acquired mother is a Sagittarius, and she's really taught me how to be a better person in a lot of ways. She really has. Now, we have the dragon here, and we have a person riding on it. So we are in the year of the dragon right now. And I look at this and I feel like as we are kind of finishing out this year, and can I just stop and say, why has this year gone by so quickly? It's ridiculous. As you are finishing up this year, I see you really kind of in this very, like your posture is good, your chin is up, you know, you are meeting the world with this brave spirit disposition. You are taking hold of the reins, and I can see you really kind of getting it right here. Like it's really clicked into place. And we also have, it looks like, kind of going into I feel like it's like you are finishing up one of your goals. Like maybe you're finishing school, or maybe, you know, you have finally kind of found a house that you want to live in, and you've been working on it, and it's finally getting to a place where everything is how you want it to be. We're getting to the end of this particular cycle, and you're feeling really confident about how hard you've worked, and look at what you have produced in your life, right? And not only that, we have all of these fish. So I do believe that this is a place where maybe there's a lot of money coming in, or at least, you know, a good amount of money coming in. But I also feel like it's like you are coming to this realization that you can work within a field that you enjoy, right? Something that you feel very passionate about. And now it might be that you've done a lot of work that was just to get a paycheck, right? Which we all have, obviously. And maybe something that you don't feel like spiritually related to, not very emotionally related to. Maybe you like the people you work with, but the actual work doesn't necessarily feel that meaningful. But I feel like in this period of time here, there's been kind of this real awakening where it's like, yeah, maybe I could really, you know, end up doing something that I've actually wanted to do for a long time. Something that it won't feel so much like I'm stuck in this place for 8 hours a day, but I'm actually really excited and grateful to be going and doing whatever it is that you do. Maybe having your own company. Maybe it's something that's a little more, you know, you're kind of your own boss in a way. And I'm thinking of, you know, like maybe like a hairstylist or a care person that comes in and does like home care or, you know, like a cleaning company or, you know, something where it's like, you know, you're setting your schedules, you are, you know, not being directly overseen all the time. There's a little more autonomy for you. And I feel like that's really the sweet spot there. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to look at our gratitude affirmation cards. These are from Purple Canyon, and I'm just going to flip through. I'm going to stop where it feels right. It says, apothecary jar. I am thankful for the healing aid of medicinal remedies, balms, elixirs, and antidotes. Help mend my wounds and restore health to my body. Practice. Give thanks for medical remedy that helped you when you were ill or injured. Yes. All right. Sagittarius, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you because I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. And it's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe, and if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all, especially if you're new to the channel. Definitely let me know. Let us know that you are here, for the first time, that you're visiting, and so on and so on and so on. How do I get these upside down? That's what I'd like to know. Some of them are just upside down, and I'm like, what is going on here? I thought I got them all upright. This is why. What did I do? Did I flip up half of them? I must have. Oh, Lenor, this is why I don't shuffle on camera. Usually I don't, because I end up just... Oh, this girl, she's making a mess. All right. Well, I guess I'm not going to make you sit here and watch. My goodness. All right. Sagittarius, I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk real soon. Good night.